Hi guys, Mike here. With today's DIY project, we're going to be building a balloon-powered boat. For this project, you'll need a piece of pine or similar wood, 92 millimeters in width, 150 millimeters in length, and 32 millimeters deep. Other than that, you'll need two dowels, one of 19 millimeters, one of 10 millimeters, both cut to 50 millimeters. Then you'll need a plastic tube, approximately 8.5 millimeters in diameter. I've used an old piece of a pen. You can use any piece of plastic tube as long as it doesn't collapse. The first thing we'll do, grab your piece of wood, mark the center line at 46 millimeters, mark down 46 millimeters from the top of the piece of wood, and then draw two lines down to form a triangle on either side. We'll then grab our miter box and our tenon saw, and you'll cut those pieces of wood away. That forms the bow of the boat. Next thing we'll do is we'll use these markings again. We'll use them to mark the center of our one dowel hole. So that will be where our 10 millimeter drill bit goes. Then we'll mark 30 millimeters up, and that will give us the center of where our 19 millimeter dowel will go. The other markings you'll need to mark up 10 millimeters from the base of the boat, and then on the side, just mark 16 millimeters on the side because this hole is going to be drilled at an angle. Okay, next thing we'll do is we grab our spade cutter, we grab our drill bit, we apply some tape so that they don't go through the whole piece of wood. Mark 16 millimeters and 16 millimeters so that you know when to stop. If you're going to be working with drills and power tools and things like that, make sure you wear safety glasses, make sure you wear your ear protection. It's just smart. Okay, so you drill your 19 millimeter hole 16 millimeters into the piece of wood. On the top mark, you drill your 10 millimeter hole into the piece of wood. Then we grab our drill and we drill up from 10 millimeters up to 16 to join these two holes. Basically, this hole and that hole need to join so that the air can go through from your lungs into the balloon. Next thing we do is we grab our 19 millimeter dowel and we mark the center point. Grab a 6 millimeter drill bit and drill through. When you do this, be very careful. Either put this in a vise or use a pair of pliers. You can put tape around the wood to protect it. Drill all the way through so that you've got in essence, you've got a wooden tube. Once you've finished with that, you've got this. Once you've got all your stuff ready to assemble, grab some epoxy. I'm just using any two-part epoxy. Mix it up. Put the epoxy inside the hole, not in the base. The reason you don't want to put it right in the base of the hole is if it's in the base, it might seal up the hole and you won't get the airflow through. But you do want it to be airtight around all the wooden bits. So put the epoxy in, press fit your wooden tube that you've made. Put a piece of duct tape on your front mast so that it's like a little flag. Put some epoxy on that and glue that in. Then we grab our plastic tube, put epoxy around the outside of the tube, press that in. And hey presto, there's your balloon boat assembled. Sand the edges very nicely. You can spray paint it any color you like, or you can treat it with urethane or any other varnish. It goes in the water, so it'll last longer if you do that. Then we grab our balloon, put it on the end, and inflate.